birds have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. And the bird said nevermore.
You're listening to the Call Podcast with Brandon and Josh.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to a brand new edition of The Call. It's a Baltimore Ravens podcast where we talk anything and everything Baltimore Raven football. Thank you for listening to us on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, the Baltimore Sports Report Network, Player.fm, Overcast, Google Play Music, and you can watch this episode on YouTube. We are coming to you from the Olympic Park here in Towson, Maryland.
That's right, home of the Olympian champion, Michael Phelps, whose commemorative plaques right there behind us, and Olympic Games kicked off this weekend.
It did.
What better way to do it?
Yeah, I mean, he's a local boy. He's a big Raven fan. He was the flag bearer for the opening ceremonies for the Olympics this year.
Yeah, and he was part of a lot of Ravens festivities on field. He's been on the field multiple times, and great hometown guy. Yep. Very glad him to serve our country as far as the Olympians concerned, and very excited.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with the Olympics going on, today is an open to the public Ravens practice. We'll be going down a little bit later.
Yes, sir. I'm excited, man. I'm ready to go.
You're all decked out. We just saw Suicide Squad at the theater.
Batman logo. Hey, it was great.
I enjoyed it. Yeah. It was really good.
We enjoyed it. It was very good. I encourage all fans, non-Ravens fans, even Ravens fans, go see it. It is a great movie. We don't get paid for any endorsements, but hey, go see Suicide Squad. Joker said so.
Yeah. Joker, Harley stole the show.
It was great.
Great soundtrack.
Like you said, they're begging for their own movie.
Yeah, absolutely. As much as they were in this movie, I wanted more. I wanted more of their story.
I think it was a palate cleanser. It was like, hey, let's get us used to the idea now that we love them. I think they're going to be infused in the solo series with Batman, so I can't wait.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about the Ravens. They are knee-deep into training camp. We are...
Love it. 7th practice, I think, they're in right now.
We're less than a week away from the first preseason game.
Dude, I'm excited.
So that's a home game, right?
Yes. So I got off early for work already because I work till 7, and the game's at 7:30. I go off at 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to get down there early. Not going to probably tailgate as heavy, being that it is not that I'm making any excuses, but the second preseason game is a Saturday.
Right.
And that's the third game, which obviously the starters play the most time. They usually play the whole half, not into the third quarter, and we're going to really get to see that. But I'm just excited to see everything, just the field. And we're going to see that today, but just to see the action. We're going to see practice today, see the walkthrough, see the defense go against the offense. But not only that, but then we get less than not even a week, like 5 days removed. Yeah. The NFC champion Panthers come to town in a preseason matchup on Thursday, and I know it's going to be great, man. Football's here this weekend, tonight. Since we're at practice, I'm going to be recording the enshrinement ceremonies for the Hall of Fame, and then we have a Hall of Fame preseason game tomorrow. So football's here, guys. Enjoy.
That's right. And pretty cool. For the third game, it's a home game. I'm actually going to be taking my godson to his very first Ravens game.
How amazing.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. I got him a Flacco jersey for Christmas, so he's going to be decked out in Ravens purple. Hopefully he's going to help me get some playmaker numbers, maybe
Absolutely.
a cheerleader number or two. I mean, that would be nice of him.
There you go.
But he's 3, so I mean... First time to a game, I think that's a good...
I just take my dog, or if I had one, I'd take the dog. They'll get the job done.
My dog, everybody loves my dog. She'll
Bella, happy birthday, Bella.
Oh, that's right.
That was
yeah.
this week.
Yeah, it turned 11. So
what's this about? Speaking of that, what's this about that she was on Good Morning America?
She was, yeah. When we had a snowstorm a couple years ago, I
do remember that.
I put my GoPro on her back.
I remember, and she was walking around in the snow.
She was walking around in the snow, shaking all around. And Ginger Z, who, if you're watching Ginger Z, I love you. I do. I tweeted her the video, and she used it on Good Morning America, and
awesome.
she was featured on there. It was really cool.
Great.
So let's talk about the Ravens. I mean, we've delayed it enough. So you brought up the field. This is the first. They're going back to real grass.
Thank God. And, I love it.
A little change up. They're putting the Raven head in the middle.
I'm a little sad about that.
Of the field, not the shield.
No, and I love the shield. I mean, it infuses what we're all about. Ravens. BR, the abbreviation for Baltimore Ravens, the Maryland flag. Luckily, they're keeping it on the sleeves as they should. I love it. But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's good. I think it's a new welcoming change. It's just, I think, and again, I don't know the theories behind that. I would love to find out from a team source on why they did what they did.
Right.
But I'm thinking it's because with the synthetic turf they had, it was easier to upkeep with, I think, the shield. You have to keep in mind when midfield gets used a lot, and I think with the grass now you have to paint. You have to keep in mind maintenance.
Yeah.
Paint and maintenance now, because you have to paint the grass versus that Sport Tex that was colored grass. And if you those were fortunate enough to be on the field to really know what that looks like, and the gym I work at has an indoor field that has it. So a lot of the grass that you see, the lines and all that, like the white lines, the end zone, all that was colored.
Right.
So it wasn't even painted on there to begin with. So, and then a lot of things they did, like the playoff insignia and all that, they would have replaced that with colored grass to have the logo on the field. So I think a lot of that came into Raven Bird a lot easier. I love the fact they're putting Baltimore in the end zone.
Yeah.
Where before it was Ravens. I love the fact that it's Baltimore on one end and Ravens on the other end. I think, like they said, it's proud of where we are, who we are about as a culture. It's like when the Orioles put Baltimore on the jerseys.
Right.
It was the same thing, being proud of where you're from, and I think it's great to have that. And I can't wait to see what end zone that is. I don't even know if they're painted yet, being that they're less than a week out for the games. But I'm just excited to see the grass. Last time I was in the stadium, Brandon, I was there for the draft party, and it was under construction. So I really can't wait to see the new grass. But the Ravens players and coaches and everybody been raving about it.
They actually, a lot of people, I think, I can't remember who it was. They did a video on their website, and he actually said it was easier on his knees.
And the Ravens swear that it wasn't injury related, but it is. Bottom line, it was.
Well, after last season, to do anything to get away from
the
injuries.
most injuries, I think, of the last 5 years, if I can remember. I mean, you just count them.
Yeah.
Flacco got hurt on the same field. Steve Smith got hurt on the same field. Suggs, everybody did. So I think with now, and that leads us to the if factor. Can all these players, or if they perform up to their potential from all the injuries they had, and that's the question mark right now.
Right.
But the video I've been seeing from camp, the buzz, Flacco looks amazing. Flacco to Wallace, they've been playing for years.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And
well,
I'm excited.
let's talk about Joe, and we got to talk about Dennis Pitta. We're talking about injuries. Both of them are on the field before Brashad Perryman, just saying that much. Guy broke his hip twice, and Joe tore his ACL, but he's already back. The videos I've seen of Joe, he looks like he hasn't skipped a beat. I mean, he's wearing a knee brace now, but, I mean, why not? If you're going to protect yourself, you might as well. Joe looks like old school Joe, like
looks like he's never missed a step. Man.
Yeah, it looks like he's not hurt at all. And he even had a couple where like some people were falling backwards towards his knee, kind of like the way the injury happened, and it didn't even seem to phase him. So like mentally, he's okay.
I think he's
and
put it past him, like you
okay.
said. Mentally is the key right there, Brandon.
Yeah.
It's you got to put it out of your mind. You have to almost like act like your knee hasn't been hurt. And you just got to go out there and play. And I think. I've broken an ankle playing sports, so I know how it is. I came, playing basketball, jump shot, came down, snapped my ankle. So I know when I got back on the court,
right.
when I play it again, now I wear, because I had low tops, I wear high tops past my ankles. I make sure my shoe, I take the proper precautions, but you have to play fearlessly, like you never got hurt before. And I think with Joe, that's what he has to get over, that mental hurdle and say, look, I got to play to my full potential, and right now it's showing no signs of slowing down. Yes, it's camp. It's not live action. He's not being chased around by defenders of other teams in live game action trying
right.
to get the ball from him. But from so far, he's planning, he's throwing, he's driving again. He's from what I've seen, it's great, and I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing. I can't wait to see it translate tonight.
And Dennis Pitta, he missed the entire last season, missed pretty much all of the season before that. He came back halfway through, I think, in December. Like we said, we talked about it all last season. Is he coming back? Is he not coming back? Personally, if it was me, I would be scared with two hips. But, I mean, it's the NFL. It's your dream to play in the NFL. Right. And if he thinks he's confident enough, you got to give him that shot. And he's looked great. He looked like, Dennis Pitta from the Super Bowl year.
When you look, if you think about the tight ends, and that's what Todd Heap was known for, is you got to go up for the catches. So you're leaving your hips vulnerable to those side hits.
Right.
So, and that's where a defender, you can only hit right there. So you can't hit high, obviously, as he's there. You can't, unless you take out his knees. So I think a lot of it is he's leaving his hips. And granted, when he got hurt, his hips weren't injured by that. It was
right.
I was there for the second one. He literally caught a pass in the flat, no one around him, and he just collapsed. And I'm oh no, I think it was just the way he contorted his body, and it could have been a number of things. I don't really know what the injury was that actually hurt it, but it could have been a multitude of your legs getting locked and you spinning and you pop it out. A lot of things happen. I hear some crazy stories about how people hurt themselves, and it's very easy to do. I sprained my knee just by getting up out of a chair too quick.
Right.
I had to keep it on ice for a few weeks because I was just, you get up and your leg gets caught under the legs of the seat, and you're like, oh my gosh. So, and a friend of mine, he tore his knee in half because he was playing softball and he moved one way and his leg stayed stationary, and that goes against gravity's law. So a lot of things can happen. So that's the key this year. If everybody stays healthy, Steve Smith, Terrell Suggs, Dennis Pitta, Joe Flacco included, they all come back. But on the injury bug, one of our rookies bit the dust on that, man. Bronson Kaufusi, he broke his ankle. He's out for the year, man.
Which is really sad.
First casualty.
I think it was just somebody fell on him and
think so.
got his ankle
broken. I didn't see the play yet. I haven't seen the video of it. I haven't released it. I don't know if it's there. If anybody has, please tweet it to me or Facebook us. I've been looking for it, but I did hear it was an on-play injury.
And this is a rookie. We have bad luck with rookies with, Rashad Perryman going down last year. Now we're losing this guy.
Sir Joe Kendall.
Yeah.
But it wasn't non-football related. So, it's just, I don't know what it is, man.
So what role was this guy going to play? Bronson was
defensive end.
Because I know that much, but I didn't hear his name a lot before he got hurt in training camp. There are other rookies that are like, oh, this guy's starting. Was Bronson going to be a starter this year?
In the mix.
He was in the
It's hard to say because now with him hurt,
right.
we don't know what he's going to be made of, especially in the first or two preseason games. They're going to have a lot of playing time.
Right.
One guy that will have a lot of playing time, and his name has been heard, is Kamale Carrera, and I've said his name on Twitter several times. This dude's a beast. He was such a beast that, and I know these rookies are chomping at the bit to get in game action, that's why I can't wait for Thursday, but apparently, and I saw a play, he went hard at Mike Wallace over the middle, and Flacco didn't take too kindly of that, and he got in his face, which is rightfully so. But I love the verbal tenacity of Flacco being up front, saying, hey, you can't do this. It shows leadership. It also shows he's back, he's fired up, he's ready to go. He knows it's a star receiver other than Steve Smith, so you can't be hurting my guys out there. You got to understand, they still put on the purple and black, even though they're playing offensive defense.
Right.
Wait till, and again, not to condone injuries, but let's get after the Panthers on Thursday night. Let Carrera go, but I think he's going to be a starter. Him and Ronnie Stanley are going to make a big impact on this team right away. And another big impact, we know Eric Weddle. How about that leadership?
He's bringing a lot of veteranship.
He's bringing a lot of it, and but
before we start talking about him, though, I want to stick with Kamale Correa. How you say his name? Correa. Okay, just making sure. Yeah. It's like Calicio Semele, figuring out how to say his name.
You figure it out after a while. I keep saying it, but his name, I promise you're going to hear a lot here on the show and a lot on the games.
Well, I mean, he's making a huge impact. They have him practicing, with the first line, so he's going to be a big deal. But let me ask you this, on a personal level for this team, is it the best idea to have a rookie coming in and getting yelled at by the leader, Joe Flacco?
Absolutely.
It's a good thing?
Very good thing.
If you're Joe Flacco or they got into a fight, like a fist fight, a physical fight, Dennis Pitta and him, is it good to tick off these veterans?
Got a good question for you. What would Ray do? What would Reed do? I haven't seen. Now, Suggs is a leader, but he hasn't been. I don't know if he would get in their faces per se and really shout. And he's going to be on the practice field soon. He cleared. He passed his conditions. So Suggs is another one that we haven't seen. Maybe we'll see him tonight.
He took the conditioning test without Harbaugh knowing.
I don't know what that was about. Sneaking, or I don't know if he was mandated to take it and didn't take it, or he was supposed to take it and he wanted to do it quicker. I don't know what the sneaking around was, but I'm just glad it was done. It was glad done in good taste.
I'm excited. Hopefully the rain holds up. We can check out practice tonight.
A little rain. It's football, man.
Yeah, but I want to see this Kaufusi guy up personal.
Me too, man.
I want to see what
51,
he's doing.
He's wearing 51, Daryl Smith's old number, so look out for 51.
And because it seems as if he is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Like the way that he's bugging Pitta and Flacco, I like that because he's going to be ticking off other quarterbacks,
especially Big Ben in the AFC North. Right. Andy Dalton. We're going to see these quarterbacks 4 times this year.
What was our biggest problem on defense this past season?
Getting after the quarterback.
Exactly.
If we'd have gotten after, I count the games the Ravens were in. 8 points or less, one score. Not even a field goal. They lost to Jacksonville by a point or two.
Right.
There's a lot of games, and again, calls aside and ref calls here or there, making plays. If they get after quarterbacks, and the biggest problem I have sitting in the stands, being as a fan, yelling and screaming on third down, the days of old where everybody got up on third down, you knew it was coming.
Right.
You're getting off the field because it's fourth down coming.
Yeah.
But now it's third and long, and it's I was joking when I said this, but I was like, I might as well just sit down because I know it's coming. First down. Other teams are converting first downs on us, and it's got to stop because that prolongs drives. and that's how you do. It's easy football.
Yeah.
You keep the other ball, the ball out of the other offense's hands. You score enough points, let the defense go to work. And I think the Ravens are trying to infuse that. And my dad brought up a good point. He heard that DMPs was trying to bring it back organized chaos. Remember those of years back?
Yeah.
They're trying to do a lot, and Rex Ryan was notorious for this. A lot of lining up, like Haloti Ngata would be like lining up as a linebacker, and
Right.
then you see like safeties come with the blitz and drop back. So I think we need to get back to that instead of vanilla. Like, okay, they're in cover 2, they're in a dime, they're in man-to-man coverage. Oh, they're blitzing, they're bringing house. Let's just do a draw player, dump it over their heads. Now it's like, where is the blitzing coming from? Who's dropping back? And I think addition of Eric Weddle and a lot of the veterans now with the infusion of young talent, that's going to change. And I think with Carrera and the new regime, it's going to be exciting. So I really hope we get back to organized chaos, because that's what Baltimore's built on, man. It's
Right.
built on running the football, defense, taking care of the football, don't turn it over. And speaking of that, did you see what the drills that they were doing? I'm
No.
really impressed with it.
No, tell me about those.
They were. It's on the Ravens site. You can watch the video. The Ravens are doing what ball tracking, and Jimmy Smith said he did this in college with a spin on it. But what the Ravens are doing is they're having coaches hit tennis balls in the air with rackets, and are having the DBs going over and tracking the ball like a little one. So say if you can track a tennis ball in the air, just like a center fielder would, and they have always said that. Or outfielders, not just center fielders, but any outfielders in the major leagues or any baseball players had the best hand-eye coordination, because they can track that ball, and then if they have to throw in the home, Adam Jones is notorious for this in Baltimore, where he can catch that ball and fire it back in. So, not to confuse the baseball analogy with football, but the point here is it's about ball tracking. And Jimmy Smith even said in a presser. In college, they actually made them put an eye patch on and had to track it with one eye.
Oh, okay.
So that was even tougher.
That was really big on the last season of The Ultimate Fighter.
Remember
from
that?
UFC, yeah.
Tracking the
tennis ball,
balls.
yeah. All right, that's cool.
So, yeah, if you didn't get a chance to watch it, it's on the Ravens website. If you have the mobile app, Ravens mobile app, download it. It's right there in the video feed. I think it was a couple days ago. It was just happened this week.
Okay.
And Harbaugh speaks about it. And you see them, like, you see Eric Weddle tracking it, and they have to, like, catch the ball. So if they're catching a little tennis ball with their gloves on or with their hands, it's easier to track a football. So football's a lot bigger. So I think it's going to help with turnovers, because I know Steve Bisciotti was very adamant on it, and I know we can echo this as a fan base. We want turnovers. We miss it. And I think we need to get back to ball hawking, which what Ed Reed did back in the day, and I think Eric Weddle is going to provide that for us.
I hope so. So, anything else we should cover for training camp?
Oh, man, I'm excited to get in the stands. Hopefully the weather holds off. Even if it's just a passing shower, it's only football.
Yeah.
I'm really excited, but weather permitting, it's supposed to be a fireworks show tonight. If not,
fire lasers.
I don't
And
know what
lasers.
this is about. Fires and lasers is what we do in Baltimore. I don't know what this. It sounds like we're in Star Wars. Fire and lasers. But I'm just excited to be there. I'm excited to actually get to go down. Just view the Ray Lewis statue, touch Johnny's foot, get to go in, pick our seat. We're going to be down there in a few hours, and I really can't wait to be down there and enjoying some Ravens practice, man. It's going to be great.
All right, so if you guys are going to training camp, maybe you got one of those special lottery tickets, you got to go to the castle. I got to do it the first year they did that, but if you went this year, tweet to us, let us know. Let us know what you think about training camp. You can tweet to me at Brando Cash. Josh, where can people tweet to you at?
Always tweet to me at ItalianGQ52.
All right, guys, so that's going to be pretty much it for the show this week. Make sure you go like us over on Facebook, facebook.com/thecallpodcast. Like us over there. Again, we are available on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, the Baltimore Sports Report Network, Player.fm, Overcast, Google Play Music, and we're doing some special YouTube videos as well. If you didn't check out last episode with Rise and Conquer at the zoo on YouTube, check it out. We got some great video. It was really nice to get up and close and with Rise and Conquer.
I still watch it. It's awesome.
Yeah,
It was
so
a
many
great
people have come to
experience.
me like, I didn't know they weren't, I didn't know they were African Ravens. I didn't know
I
this.
didn't know until we did it. I thought they were a North American Common Raven. That I assumed.
Yeah,
obviously I was wrong.
So definitely go check that out on YouTube. We got a lot of great stuff up there. If all we ask in return for doing all this stuff for you guys, since it's all we do the show for free, you guys stream it for free, you watch it for free. All we ask in return is for you to please spread the word about the call. Let people know on Facebook and Twitter and Tumblr and Pinterest and Instagram and Vine and Reddit and Snapchat. And did I miss any?
Just keep going. I think you covered it, but
If you
there's probably
take
more out there. But I will state this: we do work for free, but hey, if food's on the table, we will work for food.
Oh,
I'll work
yes.
for a good whole cooked meal. Right
Yes, yeah, I'll do it. And maybe if you guys take Uber Tell your Uber driver to put our show on while you're driving with him.
Why not?
Spread the word that way.
Love it.
That's one way of doing it. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for the show this week. Michael Phelps, go get another gold medal, man.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, Josh, take us out the way you always do.
Brandon, thank you so much. It's been a great treat to do this show today. It's really going to be an exciting time this week. Getting down to the stadium, watching Ravens practice, getting to the preseason game on Thursday. Football's here, guys, and I really can't wait to see how it translates. This is it. Purple and black. Let's go. For Baltimore Ravens, let's fly high.
This has been a production of Brando Cash Entertainment. Music by Brad Lepore and Daniel Kelly from the DBK Studio. For more information, go to brandocash.com.
The Call is a member of the Baltimore Sports Report Network. Find more podcasts like this at baltimoresportsreport.com.
Here we go.
Hold on. You can clap. I'm just what? Hey. I'm just going to make sure I have his name right because he's a rookie. Bronson Kaufusi. Bronson Kaufusi. All right.